very warm welcome everyone, my name is Nick and we're loading up Thundercats, the Lost Eye of Thundera on the ZX Spectrum 48K. It's a game that was published by Elite Systems in 1987, which also came out on the Amstrad CPC and the Commodore 64. Yes, now the storyline behind this is based on the kids' cartoon Thundercats from, what year was it from? Yeah, run from 1985 to 1989, the original series, had a bit of a remake in 2011 to 2012. The main characters are Lion-O, who you will control as we select our keys here, Cheetara, Tigra, Panthro, Wily Kit and Wily Cat, Snarf and probably some other ones I can't remember. Anyway, the story behind this is, during a raid by the wicked Mole Man, agents of the evil Lord Mumra, there's Lion-O there, right, hang on a minute. Right, okay, so it's a hack and slash. Basically, the enemy have infiltrated the lair, kidnapped all those Thundercats, which I mentioned before. This is a bit tricky, this. And they've stole the magic eye of Thundera, which goes in the sword, giving Lion-O all his power. And holds the magical jewel, which holds the mystical power of the Sword of Omens, which we're swiping here so I get down that bog pit. Now, our lives are going down quite rapidly in the bottom left. Yeah, this is awkward, man. I like that graphic background there. So essentially, yeah, Lion-O must battle Mumra's evil henchmen and save the day over different levels. This is level 1. You can crouch and swipe. Oh, God. I have got a cheat mode for this for infinite lives if we don't do very well, which might be used. And also, you might have noticed there's a time ticking down in the bottom right. You see the occasional thing up in trees. If we swipe those, we get power-ups or extra lives or energy and stuff. Go Lion-O. Thunder. Thundercats. Whoa! Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose. Did it. It's time for a poke. Now, the evil Mumra, he was pretty evil. I think the storyline was the Thundercats were in a spaceship and they crash landed on some planet for some reason, and it was already owned by Mumra and the evil Mole Man and various other people, and it's them every week trying to kick butt or right wrongs. Here we go. Right, here I am. I might have infinite power on now, have I? Check out the lives. 6. It's gone to 5, so it hasn't worked. We can get that thing in the tree, I think. Or we can just duck down and get all these people who just run at us. What do I think about this? Well, it's a bit average. If you're a Thundercat fan, you'll probably like it. But I've got a funny feeling it wasn't originally supposed to be a Thundercats game, and they've just tagged that on the end there. Were you a fan of the Thundercats in the day? It was up against He-Man, I suppose. Oh no, it's too easy to die this game. First, we must rescue Cheetara. She was the looker of the gang, and they're all based on different cats. Snarf was the idiot one, which is just basically a cat. Lives is going down, isn't it? Let's try this poke again. Right, that might be on, I don't know. If we die and it stays on 4, we're cooking on gas. Right, there's a power up there, let's get that. Lives went up to 5. So that was an extra life. I think the poke might be activated, folks. So let's just see how many levels there are. Does the gameplay vary? What's the graphics like? But another one of those ones that have been quite tricky as a kid. But if the kid was a fan of Thundercats, he probably would have persevered with this one and controlled Lion-O around the place. For me, it's nothing really that special. Time seems to have run out now. Perhaps we've got infinite time as well. So we ran out of time, but we've done it. Stage 1. Look out for the evil Mumra. Mumra. Yeah. He-Man or Thundercats, which one was the best? Oh, this is good. Oh, ledges disappear this time. There's birds that fly at us. Looks like there's a power up there. You can't hang around in this game because stuff just keeps regenerating. Oh, that's good. That's going to help. Well, I thought it was going to help, but it doesn't. It's nice that the level changed colour. We lost... No, we've still got a special weapon. Oh, man. Without a poke on it, this game's super tricky. I suppose you have to take time for the timings, but you can't hang around too long because you run out of seconds. We only got 34 seconds left here. We won't be completing the whole game. We'll just do a bit of it. It's nice to see how these licenses differentiate between each other. I could collect those power-ups, but it would cost us too much time. And this pink thing seems quite good as well. I don't know if you recognise any of these aliens from the actual cartoon. It's a bit lackluster, this. It's quite pretty. It's quite pretty. These bits are quite pretty if you can make them out. 1987 Elite Systems. I prefer Commando by them. Right, it's all on green now. Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose. What's the next bit? Hear the magic, hear the roar. Thundercats are loose. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. I think that was a bonus level. Yeah, Thunder Twits. Right, we've got a selection of stuff there. Fire, water, air and earth. So we can do these in any order. Let's do fire, do, or water, do, H2O. Right, here we go. Scroll's a little bit juttery, but this is 48k. Yeah, overall then, at the moment, character's a bit see-through, but you'd expect that on the ZX Spectrum. It moves well, but it's too... Look at the amount of stuff that's trying to kill you. It's pretty ridiculously hard. You need the tactics, really. And as I say, tactics slowing down and waiting for the right moment is going to cost you to run out of time. Be fair, I don't think many people would have completed this. If you did complete it, then let me know. Either on the Amstrad CPC or the Commodore 64 or the Spectrum. Don't think it came out on the Commodore Amiga, but it might very well have done. 1987, a beaten up horizontal scroller. As I say, I prefer to play Commando, which is a vertical scroller and not based on Thundercats at all. It would be good if you control some of the other characters from the cartoon, but although you have to rescue them, I don't think that you can control any of them. If you try and go over this bubble, which I know I'm not going to be able to. Yep, dead again. We're on level 5 and I've lost about 100 lives so far. Yeah, I wouldn't like to have paid full price for this one, even if I was a Thundercats fan, which I was. I like Space 1999 better, but that wasn't a cartoon, a completely different show. Was there any games based on that? There might have been. Yeah. Tell you what, another good cartoon at the time was, apart from Dogtanian and the Three Musker Hounds, Ulysses 31, that was a good one. It was based on Greek mythology, that one. I don't think there's any games based on Ulysses 31, which is a shame. Just these you know, fighting cartoons always seem to do lots better. Explosions and firing... Well, what's that? Don't know what that was. Anyway, we died. 5 levels left still. Green arrow pointing the way. There we go. Finish line. Is that the end of the game? I'm presuming you fight Mum-Ra right at the end. He was like covered in bandages a bit, I seem to remember. Had like red eyes. He's quite demonic. He wasn't good in groups, Mum-Ra. Mum-Ra. Etc, etc. Right, don't seem to be able to go that way. Perhaps we need to go left. It's one of these go left scenarios, is it? Yep, go left. Go left. Do 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 do. Go left. Do 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 do. Oh, that. Oh, you go off the screen, you lose that power up. We're back to our sword again. We need the Eye of Thundera to go in that. So far, to my knowledge, we've rescued no one. Who's this twit? Is that Mum-Ra? I think that might be one of Mum-Ra's people, or it might be Mum-Ra himself. Right, we're bouncing off him like a ping pong ball, and he's a bat that must be slayed. Look at this fight. Oh, this is stupid. You can just get right next to him, and he won't be able to hit you. But his enemy might be able to. How much energy has this bloke got? Right, he's gone. That's the end of him. Is that a power up? That might come in handy. No, I don't think we need an upgrade of weapons, I think. How many people we killed so far? This game's starting to get a little bit boring now. Level 7. Don't know how many levels there are, but we're coming up to some pit here. Animation of Lino running is quite good. Looks a bit like Lino, but at the same time not much like him at all. And Mum-Ra's turned up again, throwing, I don't know what he's throwing at us, confetti or I don't know, strawberries, something. He might be just trying to feed us. He's got a party and he's put on a buffet, but he's just not a people person. He can't mix with people very well. Right. Who is your favourite Thundercat? Mine was Chitara, for obvious reasons, age at the time. But Panthro was quite good, wasn't he? What ones have I missed out? I'm sure there was more Thundercats than that in the original lineup. It wasn't just Lino, Chitara, Tigra, Panthro, Wily Cat and Snarf, wasn't there? There was another one. There must have been another couple. Yeah, I don't know what they are. See the Thundercats logo there? That's rather cool. That's the best bit about the Thundercats. That panther growling on a red background. Looks pretty good. Is it similar to the Mortal Kombat logo? Well, slightly. Right, is that the end of the game? Choose your way through. We've got fire and air left. Let's do air. And it's all gone white. Is it snowing? If it's snowing, that means the trains are in problems. Go Lion-O. We know you've got infinite power. Lion-O. I think you've got the theme of these Thundercats. Cheetah, Aura. Tigre's like a tiger. Panthro, it's a panther. Kit Kat, Snarf. I don't know what Snarf is going. They always have to put a joke character in these cartoons. There was Orko, whatever his name was in He-Man. You need a joke character, a bit of a comedy foil there. In Star Wars, it's C-3PO and R2-D2. Your Laurel and Hardy of the piece, or your Joker. It didn't go too well with Jar Jar Binks. That didn't work at all. Right, how many things have we killed? See, look, there's too many things in this game. The animation's good, but there's too many things that can kill you to a point where it gets impossible. Unless the idea is to crouch down and let them fly overhead. Yeah. Perhaps Lion-O needs to be on a motorbike. That might be quite good. Boof. Boof. Sounds are pretty weedy, but I don't think the Spectrum could have done too much more with its blippily blip thing. Would have liked to have heard the theme music at the start or a version of it. Did did it did 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 it did did it did did da did did it did did da 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 Thundercats, etc. If you don't remember it, it was on in the UK. I'm sure it was on in the US as well. It must have been all around Europe. It must have been. But there's not a Thundercats film, is there yet? Is there? Has there been a Thundercats film that I don't know about? Let me know. Could they beat the X-Men in a Thundercats X-Men crossover film? It's never going to happen, is it? A Thundercats pinball table? No, I don't think that'd be very good. No, let's leave it. Leave it. Leave it as a cartoon, and then that is it. Right, we've got 46 seconds left to do it. We know when we run out of time we'll still be okay. Where's the finish line? What's that thing? Well, it was that, whatever that was. Lion-O. We might call this the last level, actually, because the gameplay isn't going to vary too much. Basically, it just changes colour each time, and at the end we'll probably have to battle Mumra again. Yeah, the points whizzing up. Yeah, a bit lacklustre this. It's alright, but just too difficult. With the cheat mode on, you can see a bit more of the game, but apart from the background colours, there's not a great deal left to see, to be fair. So I hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Thundercats, The Lost Eye of Thundera, on the ZX Spectrum 48K, published by Elite Sys in 1987, and based on the original TV show from 1985 to 1989. Thanks for watching that one as always. Got any comments about this game, similar games, Thundercats, or anything retro, then please put your thoughts below. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.